You slept 8 hours, but you woke up exhausted. Sighs. You rested all weekend, but Monday still felt like a mountain. That is not physical fatigue, that is spiritual depletion. Your body is fine, but your spirit is running on fumes. Exhales. Because you are living someone else's schedule, speaking someone else's words, chasing someone else's version of success, and your soul is tired of pretending. Pause. The body recovers with sleep, but the soul recovers with alignment, with honesty, with boundaries, with doing less of what drains and more of what calls. So stop adding more rest. Start removing what exhausts your spirit. The fatigue is not in your muscles. It is in the distance between who you are and who you are pretending to be. Follow if you finally understand why rest alone is not enough. First, your body whispered, a tight neck, a clenched jaw, a sleepless night. You ignored it. Then it spoke louder. Migraines, stomach problems, skin breakouts. You took a pill and moved on. Then it screamed. And finally, you had no choice but to listen. Sighs. Illness is not a punishment. It is the body's last attempt to be heard. Thoughtful. The ancient healers understood. Disease is not the enemy. It is the messenger. And the message is always the same. Something in your life is out of alignment. So do not wait for the scream. Start listening at the whisper. What is your body asking for right now? Not medicine, not more sleep. Truth. Curious. Save this if your body has been speaking and you have been too busy to hear. You slept 8 hours, but you woke up exhausted. Sighs. You rested all weekend, but Monday still felt like a mountain. That is not physical fatigue, that is spiritual depletion. Your body is fine, but your spirit is running on fumes. Exhales. Because you are living someone else's schedule, speaking someone else's words, chasing someone else's version of success, and your soul is tired of pretending. Pause. The body recovers with sleep, but the soul recovers with alignment, with honesty, with boundaries, with doing less of what drains and more of what calls. So stop adding more rest. Start removing what exhausts your spirit. The fatigue is not in your muscles. It is in the distance between who you are and who you are pretending to be. Follow if you finally understand why rest alone is not enough. That tension in your shoulders, that knot in your stomach, that tightness in your chest that appears for no reason. Sighs. It is not random. Your body remembers everything your mind chose to forget. Every swallowed word, every ignored boundary, every time you said I am fine when you were not. Exhales. The body does not lie. It cannot. It stores what you suppress and it waits. The ancient healers knew this. They did not separate body from spirit. They treated the shoulder as grief, the stomach as fear, the chest as unspoken truth. So stop asking what is wrong with your body. Start asking what your body is trying to say. Thoughtful. The answer might change everything. Save this if your body has been trying to tell you something you keep ignoring. Stop believing that the universe rewards suffering, that you must struggle to deserve, that pain is the price of progress, that the harder the road, the greater the reward. Sighs. That is not wisdom. That is trauma disguised as discipline. The ancient teachers did not worship struggle. They studied flow. The river does not fight its way to the ocean. It follows the path of least resistance, and still it arrives. You do not need to break yourself to build something beautiful. You need to align yourself. When your actions match your values, resistance dissolves. When your energy matches your intention, doors open quietly. Thoughtful. Suffering is not a currency. Alignment is. So stop earning your success with pain. Start building it with clarity. Save this if you are ready to stop paying with your peace. You want to help people, but you are barely surviving yourself. Sighs. You give your time, your energy, your last reserves, and you call it generosity. But the sages called it something else, depletion. True generosity is not sacrifice, it is overflow, thoughtful. You cannot pour from an empty vessel, and you cannot change lives if yours is running on fumes. The most generous people in history were not poor. They had more than enough and chose to share. Building wealth is not selfish, hoarding it is. So give yourself permission to fill your cup first, not out of greed, out of service, because the fuller you become, the more the world around you receives. Inspirational. Follow if you understand that abundance is the root of true generosity.
Transform your life today. Link in bio.